Salutations, dreamers and stormies. Thank you so very much for joining or rejoining us here at the Mystic Escape. I am your host, Dion Mystique, amateur writer and member of Team Mystic Storm. All right, dreamers and stormies, here's a special word for you. In retrospect, I was successful with taking care of all the things that need to be resolved during my leave of absence / interval, which was extended because of this. Big hugs and loves to everyone who was there for me through any means. You know who you are. From people in my personal life, to people in my social life, to people in the multimedia life. Thank you so very much. Also, speaking of multimedia, oh my goodness, we had an upload yesterday, but we had way too many audio issues, and we need to deal with that. So this is a re-upload / re-recording. Everything you'll hear here is fairly fresh. So this is me re-recording again. I'm excited once again, in consideration of a little vocal issue that I had the day before. I will not be doing voice acting, but I will dictate and I will use syntax and I will slightly change my voice to distinguish between the characters and narration. So be looking forward to that, okay? All right, and here we go with the pre-narration in 3, 2, 1. Okay, people. Today we're going to go into Chapter 6 of Synced Volume 1. I am personally excited because this chapter got a lot of recognition from a few people in my personal life. I'm really delighted to present this to all of you. I'm going to try to have as much fun as possible with this part, but keeping it professional. This is a presentation. But I can't promise you anything because I can get the feels every once in a while. All right, now in our last presentation, though, we met up with Giovanna and Marcello and saw what was going on with them. And from what the scenario showed, oh my God, the world is starting to get really crazy. Kids can't even go to school because extremists are going around using them in their little demonstrations of loyalty to their allegiances. Oh my God, really, people? Wait, here's the thing about people. They get all riled up about the most craziest, most inconsequential BS that has absolutely nothing to them. But when it comes to their personal lives or trying to do something to promote each other, promote love, or they just don't have time. I don't get that. And because of the BS, honey, these kids can't get a decent education. But speaking of the kids individually, Giovanna is trying to help Marcello awaken his killer instinct so he can become more of an aggressive knight. But the thing about him is that I relearned that he's a pacifist. So it's like, at first I was like, maybe he is going to get serious. And then after a while, I thought about it, after reading over everything, I'm like, that's his sister. So it's like, I don't think he should be trying to kill the girl. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah. And then it kind of changed up, and it showed a bit more of his true self. But the thing about Marcello is that his halidome is the shark. And as we all know, that's a natural-born predator and very territorial. So it's like, how much longer are you going to be able to resist that boy? So I'm looking forward to future content and meeting up with them, because from what I remember, we do once again near the end of the chapter. Well, at the end of the volume. All right. We're going to take out a 10-second preparational break, which is customary, like always. 10 seconds on our end, however long you need on your end. Honey, get anything you want. Get settled down, chill out, whatever. Because it's all about love here. And get right back to us, okay? All right, we're going to take those 10 seconds out in 3, 2, 1, pause it. All right, dreamers and stormies, I hope you are prepared because we are going to begin our presentation of Synced Volume 1, Chapter 6, and it is entitled Lining the Pieces Bit by Bit. This is Part 1. We are beginning in 3, 2, 1, imagine. Elsewhere, in Fiorentina, a much-needed outing has just reached the peak of serenity. The Premier Bridge, a structure named after the farming valley made famous by local history, connects the city's richer and poorer districts. The Premier River, which runs throughout most of Aethelus, is said to have healing properties. Its soothing mist is like a rainbow, majestic and entrancing. The mist's cooling touch is ephemeral, but its effects are long-lasting. One touch of the mist, and all worries are immediately washed away. It is said that, should one inhale the mist, even the most severe headache would be reduced to nothing. Angel, Claudio, and Leonardo are discovering firsthand just how true this allegation really is. I am honored to share this moment with you, Gigi, big brother. After all that's happened, Claudio finds peace in the mist, especially in the company of his fellow survivors, his elder brother, and his close friend. Their eyes are gently closed. Physiognomies of rejuvenation conveyed ever so tranquilly. The Primera's lightly crashing torrents are like a calming symphony compared to the commotion of the inner city in the distance. This peace, this is what makes Fiorentina a wonderful place, regardless of the chaoses that be. I heard the word from Mercutia about Mark Antony, Claudio mentions, which earns the attention of his company. It's not interest, but shock that opens their eyes, especially in consideration of Mark Antony's allegiances. It is fine. Mark Antony has done nothing to her. She was his charge for most of the day, but she should be joining us soon. I phoned her earlier about our outing, and she insisted her presence. There is not much argument when concerning the daughter of our homeland's governor. Most hot-headed she is. So, has Mark Antony recovered from his trauma yet? I can imagine how terribly his head must be hurting, enduring the blunt force of a steel chair that many times. Judging from the coldness in his tone, Angel isn't showing as much concern as he is scorn for Mark Antony. He has moments where he can be extremely cynical towards others, at times sarcastic and a bit rude, but never intentionally. When one lives a tragic, regrettable life, such emotions are bound to surface with little restraint. Then again, Garuda has much freedom when it comes to Angel's mood, so one must be hip to whether it's Angel or Garuda speaking. He had it coming. Every single thrash. Sacrificing everything to that snake's word. Angel smirks, his eyes confessing some delight in his words. Must be nice, sending your friends to their doom, because you're too afraid to be a man, and I'm the queer in his eyes. If I had a penny for every time some yellowhorn spat a cheap one-liner at me, you would be set for life. Oh, you have become infamous for this clever saying, Angelo, but we fight cute. Right, baby brother? Claudio's unsure how he should take his elder brother's flirty behavior. Behind his silent, straight countenance, a confusing mixture of emotions brews with every fleeting second. Claudio's caught between amusement and annoyance. Considering this behavior is common when Leonardo is in the presence of their friend, Angel. I take it I have said something to sway your emotions, baby brother. Leonardo teases, earning a smile from his younger sibling. Angel opens his eyes and leans on the Primera's guard railing, arching his back a bit to retain some bodily comfort. Leonardo notices how relaxed their friend is at the moment. Baby brother was always so shy, Angelo, no? Yes, Leo. And you're immodest. Not that these characteristics are a bad thing. Yes, I agree. Yeah. I mean, seriously, just picture it. A world where everyone acts the same, does the same things, lives the same lifestyle, everything and everyone carrying on with the utmost consistency. Ooh. That kind of reality has so many possibilities, it's scary. Oh, everyone could be good. Everyone could be bad. Everyone could be stuck waiting around in the middle. Don't even get me started on the last bit. Should one contemplate these words, they would discover the truth in them. A consistent world where everything and everyone operates accordingly, never once straying from their path of perfection. Considering the mentality of both man and beast, even if such a world existed, everything would eventually crumble and fall to ruin. Creatures in any reality are savage. They conduct themselves by the freedom of will. Due to this freedom, the selfish many would eventually clash, labeling their desires as greater in comparison to others. War and conflict would arise, commencing global chaos, befitting the reality many of us should be familiar with. I received a chat call from one of my client's parents this morning. Angel says, his voice heavy with disturbance and worry. It was a recording. The mother of my client said her daughter's missing, so we couldn't have our daily online study session. Missing? She was abducted? I'm not sure, Leo. Miss Grenier spoke urgently and she seemed out of it, so it's not like I could mistrust her. Doing so proved rather difficult. Grenier. That name sounds familiar. Claudio's recognition of the Grenier surname strikes his company's intrigue. His present expressions are gravely serious, as he bears some knowledge of the said family. The only Grenier I am familiar with is the governess of Celestia, a state in the northwestern regions of Ionis. Our father does business with Celestia, so I know a little about the people there. So, you're saying my student is the daughter of a governess? Well, I honestly didn't see that one coming, which has me more worried now. The Sonatoria brothers realize how deeply Angel's pain delves, proven by their friend's body language for the first time in a long while. Leonardo sees Angel on the verge of tears. This isn't so for Claudio, who in several realities saw their friend at the peak of emotion just recently. Denise is a fast learner and so studious. So you think the girl were a grown woman with goals on her mind? Angel closes his eyes, attempting to not concede to his obvious depression towards Denise's disappearance. I wouldn't dare place her on a pedestal before any of my students, but she's one of many children who make my job worth coming back to. I care about all my students' futures, so hearing something like this tears me to pieces, inside and out. Observing Angel's anguish makes the Primera's healing properties seem like a cruel hoax. Standing there, incapable of doing anything about it. These inactions force a sense of guilt upon the Sonatoria brothers that's almost like self-torture. They want to do something about Denise's situation, but so many factors prevent them from being of any assistance. Knights, despite their violent nature, exist for the people. The Helium's coupling with humans is meant for this purpose. To be of good service to all walks of life, man, beast, element, and spirit. Thus, when a knight feels incapable or unable to complete or aspire towards their purpose, a season of pain follows thereafter. My, you three sure do look depressed. Mercuti arrived just in the nick of time, sporting the latest trend in Florentine women's casual wear. She receives a hug from her boyfriend, Claudio, a somewhat cute moment between lovers. Considering the Wyvern Knight's character, one can believe he'd behave gently with his significant other. Sorry it took me so long, boys. But I had to ensure my patience was cared for before I left. Mercutia explains as Claudio steps aside to give her some breathing room. She smiles as she speaks, conveying her thoughtful character. Mr. Rarini is rather tame and very intelligent too. Before today, I thought he was nothing more than a common thug. Guess I was wrong. On the contrary, Mercutia. There's no guessing about it. Mark Antony is a trained attack dog. He does not have a will of his own, unless the Aquanos wish it so. All it takes is a wave of the hand, and he will skin you alive. So, while he is being tamed and the intelligence, be wary. Blood is red, no matter who spills it. She would expect to hear something like this from Angel, or maybe even Leonardo. But from Claudio, her own boyfriend, she can't deny the truth he speaks. Mark Antony is a man constrained by loyalty, among other factors. Ergo, his will is one with his masters, the Aquanos. As a member of the Knighthood of the Order of Wisdom, Mark Antony will show little bias in killing Mercutia. As such, it is best that she steers clear of him for her own safety. So, should we start this couples thing, my love? Claudio queries of his lover, taking Angel and Leonardo aback with bashfulness. No, not bashfulness. It's more like embarrassment. After all, they're not a couple, so their presence is a bit awkward. Mercutia blushes, not daring to look Angel or Leonardo in the eye for more than a second. This is what you wanted, right, Mercutia? Miss Cutie, you requested this? She's unsure how she should answer Angel, especially when she's the one who rearranged this outing. Claudio isn't any more innocent than her. He'd know about this way before Angel and Leonardo. Perhaps he remained silent out of loyalty to his lover, but doing so places a thick air between him, his family, and his closest friend. You two shouldn't scheme like that, even if you believe it's for our betterment. Angel lightly scolds, folding his arms in somewhat of a parenting manner. Seriously, what were you two thinking pairing me up with Leo? I can't offer my consent to this, or look past it, so I should leave. He motions to depart, but a gentle sensation stops him. Angel halts in his tracks, feeling the warmth of skin cupping his reared right hand. He turns to see Leonardo beckoning him in silence, his eyes wet and warm, as if they're threatening to shed tears, but his eyes, they're not sad, they're not even happy. No, there's something else, something more than mere human emotion. These are the eyes of someone who has endured endless heartache, taken in the cruelest of silence, and suffered trials that would render one as inhuman. The walking dead. Leonardo doesn't have to say much at all. His soul is doing the talking for him. What? Why are you looking at me like that? I do not know. But do not leave. Please. Leo, we do not have to be a couple. I'm not asking for a kiss. I'm not asking to hold your hand. I'm not asking for love at first sight. Especially since that is a human ideal that does not exist. An excuse to fuck, long term or the short term. I just want to spend the time with you, all of you. Angel turns away from Leonardo, hiding his feelings within the darkness of his fringe and the glint of his sunlit glasses. He lightly bites his lip as if he were gnawing on his words to keep them from escaping in a fierce breath. Honestly, he doesn't know whether to feel anger or guilt, hearing Leonardo speak so longingly. This passion, he remembers it. How Leonardo behaves when his loved ones are concerned, how devoted Claudio is. The only thing out of place is Mercutia. Something seems a bit off about her. This raises some concern, a notion given to him by Garuda's intuitive disposition. So, will you stay with us? Leonardo persists with some restraint, so as to not overpower Angel's freedom of choice, even if for a little while. I would like to know more about your work, how you attend to the future of Fiorentina. That is what I call them, our future. Fine, but I have something to say on his behalf. Angel looks over his shoulder, not with his eyes, but that of the Garuda. Eyes that see beyond one's shell into the soul. His voice is much darker, more commanding and foreboding. He doesn't smile, nor does he show any emotion. The only thing seen is Garuda's relentless, unbiased nature, cold, cruel, and harsh. But one couldn't necessarily call his behavior sinister. That is, unless one provokes the Garuda, who is quick to violence. This human is like a son to me, and you're the little pisspot playing puppy dog games, so listen carefully. Garuda turns to Leonardo, sending a chill down the young man's spine, bearing a glare like a bird of prey. No touching, no sweet words, no playing the field, no flirting, no inner thoughts, no bullshit whatsoever, or I am ripping your heart out of your chest. In every reality, I sit back without saying a word, watching you play loverboy with this human. I am sick of your games, you slimy lizard. Brother in arms or not, don't cross me. This is your only warning. This marks the first time Mercutia has seen a personality shift, a rather complex process in which a halidome receives or usurps control of its partner. The procedure depends on the couple, the strength and nature of their bond, as well as the knight's rank. More accomplished knights have complete control of their halidomes, and are capable of willing their partner's impulses with ease. Despite his dominance in the heat of battle, Angel hasn't realized such authority over Garuda, as he is a mere silver knight and member of the Brotherhood's introductory class. The same can be said for Claudio, Leonardo, and several others possessing a mythic beast halidome. Okay, I think we should start our evening. Mercutio intervenes, mediating the situation before Garuda tears Leonardo a new one. Angel closes his eyes, succeeding at pacifying his halidome in silence. It looks like we have much to talk about. And my apologies, Angel. I had no intention of angering you. I am so impulsive and optimistic. I forgot to consider everyone else's feelings. And please, do not blame any of this on Claudio. It was all my idea. So let's not worry about couples and stuff like that. I just want to spend time with everyone. Hearing such responsibility and humility reminds Claudio of why he began dating her in the first place. Mercutia is a young woman who, while a bit awkward at times, always thinks of others. She does have her moments where she can be selfish like any other human, but she always refocuses her needs with those she cares about. At times, this also pertains to people she barely even knows. Mark Antony, for example. Unfortunately, her consideration has poured salt on an open wound in Leonardo's heart, as if Garuda's frigid personality hasn't crippled him enough. And it's alright, Miss Cutie, but send us a memo or something next time. Angel turns to Mercutia, his personality now dominant, bearing a jaded smile. She can tell he's still angry with her, but the feeling isn't as severe as it once was. Governor de Alberta has done a fine job of raising you, a caring sweetheart of a woman. So I don't have many complaints. Now then, let's get the fun part started, shall we? Oh, Shikali Shack, I just got the feels attack with Chapter 6, Part 1. Oh my goodness. You know, oh, excuse me, honey. You know, I'm just chilling right now. This is the cool down. I'm just chilling right now, just laid out and relaxed. And I just got a few things to say. That was some serious character development. It may not seem too much to like a lot of us right now, but considering the things that happened, oh my goodness, it's starting off all cool, then it gets kind of like, yeah, and then it gets kind of more intense, then it gets more intense, and then it kind of simmers down near the end. That was a lot, you know. Angel, it was cool seeing, you know, that sarcastic side of him, and seeing how emotional he is. He's a very multi-dimensional character. I've noticed that. And Garuda coming out and tearing Leonardo a new one. Speaking of Leo, it's like he is so damn flirty and so tender-hearted and gentle. It's like dude, he's kind of mannish. Especially when he's really into something. He gets all excited. Oh boy, it's like calm down. And Claudio, oh, don't be scheming with Mercutia like that, boy. You should be ashamed of yourself. It's always the gentle and quiet ones. It's kind of interesting that the Sanatoria networks with the Greniers and Celestia. Their father does business with the government over there. So it's like, interesting. Kind of makes you wonder if there's actually a affiliation between them, but considering they're in the Brotherhood together, it makes sense that their father would know Nicolette. So here comes the sinking and the links. And speaking with Mercutio, girl, chill out with all that scheming. She know better than that. She's the daughter of a governor. She has some better decorum than that when it comes to that. Especially her boyfriend and her future brother-in-law, and who knows what Angel is there, but maybe just her friend. Because the way Angel is around Leonardo, it doesn't seem like they're going to be an item or a couple. I mean, it would be cute, but some people just aren't meant to get together. And I don't really think they're meant to get together. Um, Perhaps, I don't know. I think maybe in the future we'll see where that delves. Considering that Miss Natty did some writing in Volume 2, and she did some building up of a romance, kind of in obscurity, and keeping it convoluted. So it depends on where the story's going to go. But my personal thing, I would rather see those two with other characters, or see something more on the lines of something feels like emotional. Who knows? So here's looking to forward to future recordings. Now we're going to move on into we're going to stop this right here. And thank you so much, everyone, for your continued support. I love all of you, and blessings. Here we go into the closing statements in 3, 2, 1. If you enjoyed today's presentation, Dreamers and Stormies, by all means, rate, comment, and subscribe. If you know anybody who will be interested, please send them a link from our homepage on YouTube. Also, if you wish to contact us personally, do so, please. You can reach us at our contact email, teammysticstorm@gmail.com. That's teammysticstorm@gmail.com. Thank you so very much for tuning in. We will be back within the week with more content. Stay tuned. And remember, as always, until we meet again, be free, be open-minded, and love each other. Blessings, and have a great day.